Blagojevich, Burge, and Peterson, that doesn't sound like a law firm I would go to, but they have made it clear that being lawyered up well is beneficial. But what about their other antics? Are they jeopardizing their own cases? Joining us now from Tribune Tower is Attorney Matt Belcher. Matt, how's everything going this evening?
What's wrong with these people, Gerard?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, I think that you and I are celebrities, Matt, but come on, Patti Blagojevich, we got Blagojevich, Burge, and Peterson here. They are not just Chicago or Illinois news. They're national news now. You got NBC giving a television deal to Patti Blagojevich. Is this bad for the Blagojevich crew, or could this be a good thing, Matt?
Gerard, I don't know. If I wasn't here at Tribune Tower, I'd have to call in and ask you what's wrong with these people, because seriously, it's crazy talk, because I don't understand what in the world they're hoping to accomplish. The amount of money that she's going to raise by doing this is insignificant when you compare it to the millions of dollars she's going to need to defend herself. Why would you put yourself in front of the whole country or in the prosecutor's eye and remember, Patti Blagojevich, she was mentioned in this indictment 20-something times. Why would you go and put yourself out like that, and what does she hope to accomplish for a couple $100,000? I don't understand these people, Gerard.
Yeah, allegedly, attorney, her hands aren't clean, just as you mentioned, and for her to put her laundry out there as well, it almost seems senseless. I mean, and here's the other thing. I mean, if she's not on the show long, it's going to be probably more of a loss for the Blagojeviches monetarily than a gain. I mean, you've got to look at her children. Her children won't be seeing her for days, possibly weeks on end. And so that makes the situation even worse on a personal family note. What do you think?
I think I'm going to tune in and watch the show, see what happens.
Yeah,
and I think that's what NBC wants. And so I want to tune in and I want to see what happens.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is the name of the show, you know, the whole celebrity aspect, you know, get me out of here. Patti Blagojevich isn't even a celebrity, but because she's on national TV and because she's on shows like Gerard McClellan Live, she ends up becoming a household name. Let's shift gears. Let's talk about her husband. Now, this guy is in deep trouble, and he, of course, isn't going to Costa Rica. The judge won't let him. However, he's still going to be a part of this show. I mean, he's going to have a camera at the house. He's probably going to be making facial gestures. He'll probably be giving Patti some advice. I just don't get it. I'm like, this is supposed to be a serious matter, attorney.
Yeah, he's not taking it very seriously at all. But my only thought is perhaps this is some sort of Hail Mary, and he's hoping to get one or two people who watch the show and then start to feel sympathetic towards him, and maybe, just maybe, change the public perception of him so as to hold out for a hung jury rather than going straight off to jail.
I was going to ask you that next. Are they trying to taint the jury? Are they trying to taint the juror pool? Could this possibly destroy the whole case?
Well, it's not going to destroy the whole case, but if you have to look at it from a risk versus reward type scenario, the risks in this case are so much higher than the potential reward. I would, if they were my client, I'd have to get rid of them too, to be honest with you. You can't have people running off to do television shows like this. You can't control the environment. You can't control what they're going to say. And to hope that this changes the public perception is, to me, not worth the risk of seeming to be not taking it seriously.
You know, attorney, let's shift gears. Let's go to Jon Burge. I'm reading the article here. It says Cortez Brown is seeking a new trial for his conviction for the 1990 slayings of two men. Brown, he's 38 years old now. He alleges that detectives John Palladino, James O'Brien, and Anthony Maslanka coerced him into falsely confessing to the double murder by beating him with their fists and flashlight. The article goes on to say that though Jon Burge is not alleged to have taken part in the alleged abuse, Brown's lawyers contend that he created a culture in which detectives under his command knew such behavior was condoned and protected. So here we go. We got Jon Burge allegedly pleading the fifth. From what I understand, he's been running his mouth, which is not a good thing. However, can he be convicted if he didn't place his hands on Mr. Cortez Brown?
Well, you know, the history tends to repeat itself, and the same arguments we're hearing about Guantanamo Bay and the treatment of prisoners are potential terrorists is the same thing that's the same argument that we're hearing in this case, is that Jon Burge created an environment where this type of behavior was permissible. Now, once again, we have Patrick Fitzgerald in this case. This is the same prosecutor who's involved in the Blagojevich case, and he's actually indicted Burge for perjury in a civil case.
Wow.
So you know what? And we could talk about Patti Blagojevich, and we could smile about her going off to Costa Rica, but this isn't a playing around matter talking about Jon Burge. This guy is. If what they say is true, this guy needs to go to jail and go to jail forever.
You know, attorney, it seems as if Flint Taylor is all over this, because here's a quote by Flint Taylor. The really significant thing is that we're now going to have Burge in here. He says he's going to take the fifth, but that's important in a post-conviction hearing because the judge can draw inference from that. Whoa. Drawing inference? Come on. A lawyer can draw inference, and so can a judge, and you can be possibly incriminated on inference? Come on, attorney.
Yeah, I think what he's trying to say is that he's hoping that the judge draws an inference from him taking the fifth, and meaning that anything any of the police officers say is not true. Now, this Jon Burge situation, this goes all the way back to the Daley, when Daley was Cook County State's attorney. So this goes way, way back. Jon Burge was a police officer in Chicago for 20 years. He's suspected of torturing 200 people, and nobody ever figured out why this guy gets assigned to a case and somebody gets convicted every single time.
Yeah.
To me, it's symptomatic of the entire system that needs to be changed in Chicago, and it really, this is a serious, serious matter, and Flint is like a laser beam, man. He is all over this case, and he's going to track them down until the very last one of them goes to jail. He's already collected almost $20 million from the city for torturing all these people.
Wow.
We cleared out death row. George Ryan put a moratorium on death penalty, and he cleared out death row in 2003, all because of situations like this. And it was all while people looked the other way, and I'm just tired of people looking the other way.
Yeah. Before I go to break, I'm going to ask you this quickly, and then I'm going to go to break. Attorney Matt Belcher, Drew Peterson, his big day is tomorrow, $20 million bail. They're going to try to get it reduced. Any speculation on what might happen? They said they're going to try to get it reduced to as low as $100,000. Is it going to happen, attorney?
No, it's not going to happen. When we come back from break, I can explain to you why. But the short answer is, I don't see it happening. They might take it from $20 million down to $2 million, but it's not going to go down to $100,000. Drew Peterson he is a flight risk in the opinion of the Will County State's Attorney's Office, and they might be right about that one.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be the judge to let Drew Peterson go.
Wow, Drew Peterson, a flight risk. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.